Also, greetings, everyone, and thank you for joining me once again within the Animus. Let's see. Excuse me. Contracted a little bit of a morning voice. We're establishing this in quite a bit of a sufficient hurry at the moment. Seeing as how we have to acquire a couple tasks to take care of as a prominent merchant that is, of course, growing. Let's see. Establishing a time. Sound check. Test, test. One, two, three. Okay. So before we begin, of course, the story with that is associated through Bard's Tale called Memento. We have to take care of a couple of things that is, of course, part of Anna's primary to-do list. This is, of course, why we were, of course, starting this quite early as well, unexpectedly possible. This is your host, Omnika. Well, no, that's an ending. Sorry, apologies. Just woke up. So, oh my god. So we have a lot of things to cover. 1 month. Okay. Permanently before the onset reset, that is, of course, to occur in a little over 30 minutes from now. We can, of course, fill in some of these essential, important factors as quickly as possible. Let's see, as far as then, yeah, 50 will become 5. Nice. We can give in some silver as well. So, rough bandages. Oh, yeah, we'll do that quickly, as quick as possible. Oh my god. Honestly, what took a little bit long would have been set up a bit earlier, but had to take care of, something that was, of course, caught in my eye. If I didn't end up getting it out, unfortunately, it'll cause me some serious pain, to which I'll have to endure for quite some time. Let's see, so as far as bandages, got exchange. Exchanges bronze for silvers. That's nice. That gives us the considerable amount we need. So we can give it to our 2nd gen Malatian worker present in Dumbarton. We'll do that quick. Then take care of a part-time job, considering the time. That'll be another task that quickly taken care of. The most recommended part-time job around this time of day within the world of Erinn would, of course, be Lighthouse, which is presently available and will provide us with the onset amount of time needed to complete the task and finish the job in total. And that is, of course, Ascon. Okay. Thin spars, gotcha. Careful. Nice, nice. Okay. Okay, and then that'll be task number 2 taken care of. And as you can know, the number of days left until the end of this event is, of course, 2. We're still pretty far as far as we have gotten, considering that we were, of course, managing pretty much all of the tasks and errands associated between two characters. Okay, so we'll provide you with the results. Nice. And finish yet another task. Let's see. So then, as far as shadow missions, Shadowcast City is without a doubt the a shorter mission than Shadow Commander. So we'll take care of that one as quickly as possible. Let's see. Then we'll be more than likely free to finally begin the overall essential story that is established. One could consider it a bit of a folktale within the world of Erinn itself, or one could determine it as being a genuine story that is, of course, intricately involved in Erinn's overall establishment. From what tales have been told regarding this story, it seems to also involve a bit of influence from some major influencers. Influencer quite related to Erinn's overall history. That being said, let us quickly traverse in dispatching many of the onset usurpers involved in this mission itself. Okay, let's see. So, in a bit of a hasty motion, Anna happened to end up dipping a little bit too far in her pursuit to establishing herself as a promising business prodigy. One of the big general mogul of, acquiring stocks and whatnot. Any and all of the onset necessary abilities that are quite essential for a prominent and upstarting merchant to acquire their pursuits towards being able to establish a reputable customer base in one form or another. And because of that, it was a bit of a difficult situation on how to best provide a means of establishing an original access towards this. Okay, let's see. So, we'll cross out here this out quickly. unfortunate we have to leave that gold there behind. Okay. I see. So it is only one mission that we need to actually take care of in order to complete the overall daily for us. Unfortunately, we do not have possession of the bash skill. That would be quite handy in this kind of situation. So, I'll just simply have to suffice with some simple yet effective combos. Okay. Let's see. Yes, of course. We needed that other mission. I completely forgot it was a mission that is established with the billionaire. To where some of our initial investors are, of course, establishing our prominence as a bona fide point of interest for their own investments. With the billionaire, we've, of course, established a prominent contract for establishing a means of raising many particular sets of skills that are associated with their own profession in this regard. So for this, it requires, as part of the per contract, primarily to where we, of course, make use of our specialties in procuring some form of resource or acquisition of territory. So apologies for this. We have to bear with me on this. Sometimes, as tedious as it can become in parts of taking care of certain tasks within a job, it is, of course, still part of job description in one form or another. So, sorry about this. No time to simply deal with any enemies that are, of course, either. So if they beat us, unfortunately, they'll beat us. I don't suppose mercenaries have to go through this same ordeal as well. In a way, I suppose this would be more than likely many benefactors the men still tired. Still a bit tired, it seems. And still dealing with some pain in my eye as well, unfortunately, as it is. But when it comes to taking care of this record of the archive, I'm going to edit much of this section out at the end of the day. So. I think I'm going to leave it a little bit with the sound cut off from it as a bit of a prominent montage. Something quite similar to a filler prior to the beginning of many of these archived records. There's a primary, like one of those primary entries to establish means of conducting an intro at the start. Yeah, I think that's how I'll leave this section in for. I'll be taking a bit of a note from some pretty famous lore walker, as I would like to call them, or stoppers themselves. Seeing as how they've done tremendous work. I've been a complete fan of their abilities on creating many videos or recordings of lore, composed to not only specific individual characters, but also of the prominent setting that had been established, and an influential setting in history involved in not only the characters, but also the situation that had ended up causing such a circumstance to come to terms. So I'm not entirely certain or whether or not you guys will be quite familiar with his name, but he goes by the name Level 86. And I am, even now to this day, quite a fan of his works, seeing as how I've done quite a massive viewing of a majority of his videos, up to a certain point. So, if I'm of course going to construct videos, I would very much like to inhibit it in his style and form. In such a case. So with this shadow mission completed, we can inquire that we have completed our end of the bargain. Before hitting the natural daily deadline, that is, of course, often 15 minutes from now. Okay, let's see. And because of that, we were granted our prize as a reward for fulfilling it. Combat skill training seals. This will, of course, be incorporated into our enchanting, so we can, of course, finish off this important skill, which will, of course, allow us to enable the more successful application of augmentation towards many parts of gear with a means of providing a magical ability. Okay, with that completed, this of course brings us here to Nega. It is here that our story begins. This is Memento. So I would like to state the established basis for this story as to having Anna currently hearing tales of what had occurred at this lake from her travels as a merchant, traveling from town to town to link goods, hearing this tale by word of mouth from the bards at the bard camp. So it is here that it, of course, begins. The girl seems to be lost in her thoughts. What should he do? Anna calls out to her and asks her what she's doing. Oh. At that moment, a wind gusts through the chimes. You're surrounded, become engulfed in a white light. What is this place? A different dimension, by chance? Let me turn up the volume for this. Let's see. Options, sound. Just a little bit. What is she running from? Is she leading us somewhere? Many questions enter our mind in this case. The girl is standing at the glowing cube. What will you do? Don't touch it. Careful, she responds. You quickly dispatch many enemies that end up appearing out of the blue. Alright, we'll proceed to interact with it. Darkness envelops everything. Someone's voice can be heard. I would like a moment to talk. Rumors about you are all over town. This is coming from an aging musician. A robed woman then responds, So, the court bandmaster has come to scold me as well. I'm telling you, magical music is not art, it's evil. The noble purpose of music is to move the hearts of the people, To reduce it to some sort of magic trick is an insult to Sayerbre, the god of music. Apologize if I'm pronouncing that miscorrectly. I am well aware of your long-standing interest in magical music. Your alternative position on music is understandable, as I know you were training to become a druid at one time. You may believe whatever you wish to believe. However, what does concern me is when beliefs turn into actions. Actions such as seeking the ancient music box. If that rumor is true, then your interest in magical music can no longer be perceived merely as an eccentric hobby. Please, won't you tell me the truth? You've done so much for me, Court Bandmaster. However, I'll follow forever. No. I'll forever remember how you brought me here and taught me everything that I know. I'm here to bid you farewell today. Wait a minute. Farewell? Where are you going? I'm going to return to the forest and continue my research alone. My continued presence would only be a burden to you, Bandmaster. Does this mean the rumors are true? I thank you for everything you've done, Court Bandmaster. Wait, that music box is not something to be meddled with. You're inviting danger, don't you see? Come back, Enn! You're given just a glimpse into the memory of a completely different individual. Perhaps an individual particularly tied to this mysterious girl. She has yet to establish or introduce herself to us. So let's see. Okay. Are you all right? She asks. The girl is speaking in your direction. We tell her that we are okay. Excuse me. That's good, she responds. Ask her what that was. Sorry about this. My voice is starting to act rebelliously on its own, so to speak. A memory. An imprint of things but are no more. Thus, he responds. The forms that were attacking just now, they are remnants of evil. They linger here, just as bad thoughts do in anyone's mind. Your name, what is it? We tell her our name. Anna? Anna. I'll remember that one. We then ask for her name in return. My name? It's Enn. Enn. So we then rush back to the bard's camp to tell them of our encounter with them. You're back. As we encounter Yvonne, did you find the source of that sound? We tell Yvonne what happened at the lake and about the girl named Enn. Enn? The bard, Enn? No, it couldn't be. You said it was a girl. She probably just has the same name as the bard. Piqued by our curiosity, we ask about the bard Enn. She used to be very famous for being a language alchemist. After Sayerberg, she's probably the most well-known musician around these parts. Either her or Abkan. I heard that she was a druid originally. A druid, you say? Interesting. I'll mark this down. Okay. Say that she seems to know the bard Enn well. Well, she's famous. Any bard worth their salt has heard her songs. Even you, like Battlefield Overture, for instance. So she's the originator of such a unique and powerful, I wouldn't say spell, but perhaps concept. Some of Enn's songs have magical properties, you see. Magical music, it's called. Some old-fashioned musicians spurn magical music, but I say we should use what we can when we can. I guess I've been tucking your ear off. Anyway, it's reassuring to know who the culprit is. To think that sound was made by wind chimes, I was so sure it was a song. We inquired to ask Enn about the wind chimes that Yvonne is of course referring to. Hello, Anna. The first question that we are curious about is, we of course ask Enn if she knows about the bard Enn. Bard Enn? It's unlikely that you'll get any information from her right now. Judging by her expression, you might get some hints once Enn regains some different memories. Could it perhaps be that she is undergoing amnesia at this time? I may be able to answer some of your questions, Anna, but only if I have my memories back. Will you help me? Of course. We'll commence the process of awakening your memories once more. The water looks shallower than it did last time. The memory is hidden here. The more significant a memory, the deeper it's hidden. We asked her what would she have us do. Find the glowing cube and tap it. It will respond to you like the last time, Anna. The cube is hiding an emotional fragment, like a memory or a thought. So her memories are fragmented. Last time it was curiosity. This time, it's protecting a Murray of happiness. We tell her that we of course understand. Okay. Watch out for the fish. Look at that. Understand. Bumping into them will cause a variety of debuffs, so it's often best to avoid them. We understand. So the first memory is, of course, up ahead. I see. Alright, it's being guided by more forms of nightmares, I see. Or evil thoughts. Okay. Okay. Fuck it. How about this, huh? Wow, they got thick high. So it seems like there are different forms of vulnerabilities with these forms. Some are affected only by physical natured attacks, while others are apparently affected by magic or range. Suffice to say, we did quite good scavenging through their defenses. We defeated the thoughts. That allowed us to touch a glowing cube. Darkness envelops everything. It's the sound of air drifting through the wind chimes. Phew. The lilt of these wind chimes are calming. Very soothing, even. It's as if my long gone parents are holding me close and whispering to me. That is quite a wonderful feeling. Telling me everything will be alright, Enn. That is very comforting, a sensation. I wonder why I feel this way. Could it be the music? Could it be that the timbre of every composed note fits together to form a language? A language that everyone can understand. From newborn babies to elderly hermits, from those who can't see to those who can't speak. But all can receive messages from the musician. It's fun to speculate. It helps you forget about the other troubles. How much brighter the world would be if it were sending messages to us through sound. If every natural sound was a sonata in life's symphony. Everything's okay, the rustling leaves would sing. I'm watching over you, the gently lapping waves would chant. It feels as if Miss Enn the Bard, is establishing some higher plane of existence. It's as if she's finding some sort of self-discovery. Are you alright? Enn asks us. And speaks in your direction. I tell her that we are of course okay. That's a relief. And smiles softly. We ask her if her memory is back. She responds, And as my memories return, my emotions are bubbling up from within. I can feel so much more, and I hope to express myself with greater clarity. Right now, I feel happy. Thank you, Anna. We then ask if she can recall Bard Enn. That does ring a bell. About my past self. About Bard Enn. She had many opinions and clashed with others for it, so she was often alone. But her loneliness was tempered with joy. I ask about her joy. I don't think I was always alone, but I just can't remember. And it looks like she wants to say something. We ask her what is on her mind. Will I see you again, Anna? We give the obvious answer with a nod, providing her with a promise that we'll see her again. Okay. I bid you well, Anna. I'll be right here. We then return to the Bard's camp to tell her a bit more on what we have just heard from them. You're here. I remember you talking about Enn. Here, take this. Yvonne hands you an old letter. We ask her what the letter is. It's a letter written by Enn. She sent this to Abkan, another famous musician. But what will interest you is that the ancient music box you saw in the memory is mentioned in this letter. Where did you find this? We ask. Ayla found it. She said that there's hope of something beyond finding a way away. But still, I sure would love to find the way there. I'll give this to you, Anna. I already memorized the entire letter. You can do whatever you like with it. Well, farewell then. This will probably be another artifact to jog and memorize further if we were to present this to her. That is, of course, our initial thoughts. Enn is gazing out the wind chimes. She turns around as you approach her. Come, Anna. I've been waiting. Immediately, we ask her about the ancient music box. In the first memory, the court bandmaster said it was dangerous. I can't remember very well, but I know the reason I'm here. It is because the melodies of the music box were cut off. We ask her what does that mean. Excuse me. Before we met Hannah, I was in Sidhe Finachide. Sidhe Finachide? The place where you've been retrieving my memories, Hannah. The place with an endless, unfolding horizon. I would listen to the dual sets dulcet sounds of the music box there. One day, they stopped. I wandered the perimeter of the lake with no recollection of myself. No idea what to do until I met you, Anna. So that sound came from the ancient music box, we asked. I'm not sure which she responds. But I do remember I would hear the music box's songs emanating from the water. I can't say why it stopped. Sidhe Finachet is my mental place. It's a place that only I can access, so I believe that the music box is still in the water there. We ask her, how do you go there? No. For each member you retrieve, I can open a new path into Sidhe Finachet. I believe my emotions are the key. After all, up until now, I was numb to everything, with no emotions at all. Now, I can open up a new path for you, Anna. If we keep searching for memories in this way, surely we will come across the music box. But, what's wrong? Though it is my mental place, I cannot control what happens there. Excuse me. If I could, then you wouldn't have been attacked, Anna. You may find yourself in more danger the deeper you go, Anna. I won't be able to stop the monsters there. I will only be able to watch as they attack the only friend I have now. Think it over. Return to me once you've made a decision. I'll be waiting for you here. We took a bit of time to resolve ourselves and come to a mutual understanding as we agreed to the terms. We of course welcome the territory of danger. Anna, what do you need? We agreed to retrieve the third memory. But why? It could be dangerous. The answer itself became quite obvious. Excuse me. Apologies, got myself a little bit of a morning voice, unfortunately. It'll stick with me for quite some time. Because we want to help you regain your memories. Thank you, Anna. Then I'll open up Sidhe Finachet for you. Ready? Lean out. I sense the presence of even more thoughts than before. Be careful, Anna. Understood. A different creature this time around in this encounter. Quite unusual. We have to take care of these foes at long range instead of attempting to chase them all around. I see all of life in Ann's voice. You can sense an evil energy looming in the north. Something that is compelling us to confront it. Very well, we'll do so then. Is that a dragon? a shapely horror in the form of a dragon. We'll imbue to dispatch it with a magic dispel. Interesting. It's more tenacious than we have given it credit for. We'll take advantage of its standstill and continue bombarding it with many spells. You defeated the gods. Now we'll have access to the glowing cube. We'll interact with it. Darkness envelops everything. Someone is running through a dark corridor. A dead end. A totally different individual responds. That's it. I knew you were more of a bard than a druid. Still, impressive that you managed to escape unscathed from thoughts originating from a lonely girl. There's no one with a more nonsensical mind. Jabshil. Jabshil. We are familiar with its name. But this is the last time I will be patient with you. Where's the ancient music box? I will never hand it over to someone who stabbed all of humanity in the back by siding with the Formers. So she had encountered him. You could argue that humans are the true traitors. They're an ungrateful bunch who turned their backs on nature. So he was once sided with nature itself. Well, that is of course where his resolve lies. I'm more than happy to debate with you about what constitutes betrayal. A debate with you, the famous language alchemist? Tempting, but I must pass. It's not as if you're in prime It's not as if you're in prime oratory condition anyways. Looks like the Black Wizards have made short work of you. Even if you knew where the music box was, it wouldn't matter. I'm the only person with the knowledge to operate it, and I will never help you. Help? I have no need of your help. I will help myself to whatever piece of you I need. Ugh! What's happening? My head. It's a type of former magic called mind rule. Yes, former magic has a dark side. But I have to confess, it gets the job done. An unfortunate side effect, really, that people tend to die after we pick their brains. She yells out. Cries of pain. Of course, you can't use that silver tongue of yours while in this state. Such a shame that the final words of a language alchemist should be so ugly and guttural. And that I am the only one who will ever hear them. The rope runeman crumbles to the ground. Oh, Bard, you have sung about the lives and deaths of so many others, but no one is around to compose even a couplet for your own death. You'll simply be forgotten. That's quite cruel. A strange girl who shimmers. Oh, yes. Enn seems disturbed by the memory she just saw. Anna. sorry. I need a little time to think. After a moment's passing, we conversate with her once more. And still looks troubled. My apologies, Anna. I'm still feeling a bit upset. My heart is racing. I never felt this emotion before. Perhaps this is what people call fear. That memory. Did I die at the hand of someone named Jabshiel? We give a moment's thought to deliver a befitting answer for Erinn. We ask her to suggest taking a break from retrieving her memories for now. I'm sorry, Anne, and thank you. Anna, were you also surprised? I'm sure you saw the same thing I did. I want to reflect for a moment and organize all of my memories. You might think of something else too, Anna. Come back if you remember anything. I'll be right here. Let's see. Was that a precursor towards us, inquiring a different path answer, or was it attempted notion of compassion for us to sympathize and ability? End's ability to cope with the situation that she had just witnessed. Who's to say? But End still seems distressed. I'm fine. Thank you for your concern. We give her more time to collect her thoughts. As we return back to Yvonne to tell her exactly what we had witnessed and experienced. Let's see, do you have something to add to what you said last time? We told Yvonne what happened and that you observed the bard End's past. So, that's what happened. We ask Yvonne what's on her mind. I'm not sure. I wonder what that feels like, to have your emotions come flooding back. Would it feel good? Or would it make you feel sick? Would it cause you to realize how terribly empty you were without the emotions? Understanding what it's like to feel heartless for the first time. That would chill anyone's bone. Sorry, I'm rambling. I meant to talk about something else. Yvonne looks like she's struggling to say something. It could be important, Anna. It concerns the letter I gave you, the one from Enn. I heard someone has a responding letter. We asked who that was. Someone I'd rather not talk about. We felt inquired to ask her if it was someone who had called her heartless. She replies, "You're very quick, as always." If we get a hold of that responding letter, perhaps we can learn more about N. We'll have some hints at least. The person who has the responding letter is a bard. So, all you need to do is look for the most loud blundering person in Main Maka town square. Thank you, Yvonne. Don't mention it. So keep in mind that we've encountered this prior individual in our constant travels as a merchant before. We are, of course, well knowledgeable of who she is, of course, referring to. So, with that very clue in mind, we make our way to Imemacha. Prominently to ask if he knows about such a letter. Nella. Welcome, Hannah. Are you here to request a song? We tell him that we have something to ask. Ah, so you're here for something else? We show him the letter that Bard N had wrote. This is the letter N wrote. A message from Abkan. What a coincidence. I have Abkan's reply. I was researching him for a while. You tell Nell what's happened so far. So that's what happened. We inquire what his thoughts are on the situation. My thoughts on this? I'm not so sure. Most musicians chose their path because of an urge to express deep feeling. They favor music for its power to say what words cannot. Of course, I'm a musician myself, so I'm not unbiased. Some people are scared to feel their emotions. Anna, you probably know it can be hard. It's a confrontation with oneself sometimes. Please do tell. Regarding Abkan's letter, since I already have a copy of it, I'll give this one to you, Anna. But there's one thing I'd like to know. How were you made aware I had this letter? Did Yvonne tell you about it, Anna? We nod. You guessed correctly. I see. Well, I actually wanted her to have this copy of the letter, Ayla told me that Yvonne is looking for Ueithin to make amends for the past. I wanted Yvonne to have this clue to Ueithin, but I see she wants nothing to do with me. What happened? We asked out of curiosity. It was long ago, a long time ago. I met Yvonne when I was a traveling young artist. Back then, I was an amateur, but I didn't know it. Sometimes I would clash with famous poets when we discussed creative techniques. At the end of one such debate, Yvonne told me that I was a mirrored reflection of my teacher, as in I had no opinions of my own. When I think on it now, she wasn't completely wrong. Still, back then, I didn't possess the insight to question myself. So then you were subjected to your own regrets. Let's just say I reacted with harsh words. I told Yvonne she knew nothing about deep emotion. That was the end of it. Since then, I left my teacher and experienced so much more of life. I realized how myopic I was before. So, Ever since hearing Ayla's story, I've been wanting to apologize and make amends. Anna, if Yvonne is still bothered by that incident, please let her know that I was wrong. Yvonne is not someone who lacks emotion. After all, it takes a deep feeling heart to suffer the heartache I fear that I have caused her. Please, let her know that I'm very sorry for hurting her. Tell her. Make it a way to pay me back for giving you the letter. And we are able to inquire the contents of this letter as well. What's inscribed in the letter? Enn's letter is written in curlicued flowery script. A summary of the letter. My dearest Abkan, there's been tremendous progress in researching the ancient music box. I think you'll be quite impressed when you next visit. From N. P.S. Do you think I could take a look at your journals from your last pilgrimage to the land of spirits? Abkan's reply. In response, it reads, My dear N, I'm glad to be of assistance. Indeed, I've been casting about for some way to repay you, since you so generously aided me in translating the ancient records of Uathing. I promise to visit as soon as ever I can. Please find enclosed in my journal, which I hope will be fit for your scholarly purposes. From Abkan. So, with what we obtained, we return then back to the Bard camp. You then tell Yvonne you have Abkan's letter upon approaching. Was there any real reason you had to come and talk about it to me? You then relay what Nella said. So, if someone feels distress, that's all the proof we need that the person has a heart? Seems like a low bar to me. Well, maybe I'm just holding a grudge. I've always been like that. But who are you to stick your nose in this? Anna, you sure like to meddle in people's personal affairs. That's probably why you're involved in so many strange incidents. Sometimes it ends up being this way. You asked me once if it was a good thing for Enn to regain her memories and emotions. I thought a lot about it. I think that it was a good thing. It's distressing, you see, to be shut out from the essential human experience. So, I've come to the conclusion that it's better to have unpleasant emotions than to have nothing at all. I second this notion, to be honest. It's better to connect to others than to live in numb isolation. Otherwise, I mean, what's the point of being alive? But there I go, rambling again. You should go. Whoever finds Uathing, I hope that person feels as I would feel. I just hope we all can live long enough to see it happen. Such a boundless wisdom that is present before her. She herself is, of course, surrounded by it. We then approach in. Welcome, Anna. We tell Erinn what we read in Abkan's letter. I can't believe you found this. Thank you. My memories are not whole yet, so it's hard to believe I wrote these words. We ask Erinn if she wants to find her remaining memories. She nods. Okay. The last memory did frighten me, but is it worth the fear to feel other emotions? To feel like you have a soul? And Anna, you told me once that you simply wanted to help me. That made me incredibly happy. I would never give up that feeling, no matter what fears may come. With a smile, we nod in response. So, I want to help you now. There's not much time left. This could be the last we see of each other. The music box should be there. We resolve ourselves and tell her that we're of course up to delving into her memories once more. Shall I open the door to sit here Finachin? Let me know when you're ready. We nod. This is the lowest point in Sidhe Finachin. The music box should be here. Careful, Anna. I'll wait here. We proceed onwards. The next cube that'll access the memory is, of course, surrounded by a considerable squad of enemies. So we proceed to dispatch them. We defeated the thoughts. No, Anne. Don't leave me. This memory is too short. Look for a different cube. We proceed further north to some sort of pagolia. Enemies adapt that it seemed to erupt. We interact. I hate being alone. It's painful. This memory's too short. Yet another fragment. We avoid the fish and go further deeper into city. What is it that these memories are trying to obscure or hide? Darkness envelops everything. And don't go. Someone's voice can be heard. It's impossible to outrun them with these injuries. I might as well act as bait. Don't worry about me. Hide, Anne. No, I'm going with you, Anne. Perhaps I should have named you differently. Maybe it was a mistake to name you Erinn, just because we were alone in the forest together. Now is not the time to talk over this. Let's go. No, for God and Goddess' sake, I'm a druid. I know myself, and I know that I don't have much time left. You need to hide. You can escape if you go inside Sidhe Finache. No, don't leave me alone here. You promised we'd always be together. There isn't much time. I'm sorry, but I have to do this. The robbed woman cast a spell, and Enn can be seen no more. Enn! I'm sorry I couldn't keep my promise. I'm also sorry I never gave you a name of your own. Enn, don't go. Take me with you. Oh, Bard, you have sung about the lives and deaths of so many others, but no one is around to compose even a couplet for your death. You'll simply be forgotten. Enn! Enn, wake up! Enn, don't die! Open your eyes. Thank you for revealing yourself. It's made my job much easier. I've read the Bard's memories. I know you're the one in possession of the ancient music box. A mental space created by a spirit. What a little irritant you are. I don't see an immediate solution, but... Go away! A single drop of poison is enough to taint the whole well. So, I've sprinkled a bit of my toxicity in this place. It's the kind of venom that leaves lasting scars on any human spirit. I can't wait to see what it does to a pure spirit like you. This won't be ready for the Battle of Magtiriad. But nothing can be done about that. I'll let it crumble from within, then claim the ancient music box from the ruins. No, Enn, help me. Enn, where are you? I'm in such pain. Everything I see reminds me that you're gone. This is sad. Enn, you were the one. You said we'd always be together. I remember the joy when you first recognized my voice in the breeze. The spirit of Jebshiel is taking over me. A billowing cloud of bad thoughts that I can't fight. I'm so sad, in pain. Sidhe Finachet will be destroyed if this continues. I will be robbed of the music box you entrusted to me. And what should I do? These... I keep freezing up. These are the magic music score scrolls left behind by Enn. Oblivion. If I play Oblivion on the music box, it will make me forget everything. I don't want to forget, but it's the only way I can protect the music box. I remember. I'm a spirit who used to accompany the bard Enn. I played Oblivion on the ancient music box myself. What's this? A song of grief. We ask Enn if she is doing alright. She answers back, "Are you hurt? We assure her that we are, of course, fine as well. What a relief. Farewell, Anna. I'm grateful for all you've done. A bit hurt by this sudden response, we ask what she means by that. The song of grief will not vanish just because it has been manifested and defeated. That is why I've been performing Oblivion on the ancient music box, to forget everything. But the song of grief will soon erupt out of Sidhe Finache, putting all of Erinn in danger. There is only one solution. I must recede from this world. We are a bit panicked by this sudden change of heart and turn of events. We ask her, there must be another way. Thank you, Anna, but it's too late now. I'm not strong enough spirit. I'm not a strong enough spirit to maintain myself. I've been anchoring myself here by grasping the magic conjured by Enn. Seeing and witnessing her appearing to be in some undescribable amount of pain, she struggles to respond. The impact of what just happened has drained all strength from me. Thank you for everything, Anna. I'm well aware of the pain that comes with loss. If you choose to forget about me because it hurts to remember, I understand. Thank you for keeping your promise to retrieve my memories. Take care. Goodbye, Anna. As we witness her disappear, we are racked with an unexplainable pang of guilt and regret, seeing as how we can't allow things to end in this manner. We notice that there's something on the ground. It's the wind chimes once owned by Enn. We make it a resolute mission to see if we can resolve this matter, this situation of sorts. What's that? So this is the source of the sound from the lake. Let's take a look. Yvonne takes the wind chimes and peers at them from every angle. It seems that she has receded into the chimes itself. The craftsmanship is nothing special, though it does look quite elegant. Anna, why do you have this? One more. Excuse me. It's a messing. Why do you have this? You explained to Yvonne what happened. I see. Oh, by the way, someone has something for you, Anna. Go to the main Maka town square. It could be some new information. Here are your wind chimes back. We thank her on her advice. Don't mention it. As we head for Yime Matcha. We've come to understand that the wind chimes itself appear to be a housing vessel for Enn. Though we are not quite sure on this initial thought yet. It is something, a very important clue that would allow us to delve further into resolving the issue itself. So with that in mind, we rush back to Memento-Archive to see if Nella has any sort of insights in this matter. Hi there, Anna. I made you come all the way here because there's something I want to give you. Here, it's a document about the spirit mentioned in Abkant's reply. I hadn't thought much about this document, since it's not about music, but maybe you'll find something interesting in it, Anna. Hey, is everything okay? A bit distraught, we tell Nella what's happened so far. I can't believe how sadly it ended. It hurts with my feelings returned. It's such an unfortunate story, like a beautiful old song too seldom played. Perhaps she'll understand. Anna, do you remember Air, the water spirit who lives on Seo Island? To which Anna is scarcely familiar with Air at the moment. Nella, of course, relays the information about Air to her. Then finishing off with, she might be able to give you some advice. She too is a spirit who was hurt by humans. She lives alone. Try meeting Air on Seo Island. Good luck. We give a initial onset nod and then head off to Seo Island. And it is quite natural that we've come across a prominent shrine dedicated to Air herself. As we approach Air, we witness, upon discovering her, with hair that seems as pale as water. She is an elf whose body is so slender that she actually seems as if she could slip through the cracks of my hand. She is looking my way with an endless, deep, dark blue eyes. Her pale skin and lips show fear and weariness, as if at the slightest movement she might run away. We tell Air what happened. So that's why you've come to see me. Well, Nella may have told you all that, but I'm not very knowledgeable about other spirits. We beseech if she could imply any form of aid. If that's what you truly want, okay. It's faint, but I can sense the energy of a spirit in these chimes. Could I hold them for a moment? You hand the wind chimes to Air. Yes, it's faint, but it's there. Probably the spirit is not powerful enough to materialize in physical form. We ask if Enn can be revived. A weakened spirit can recover if it is provided a spirit liquor, but I'm calling to it and it's not responding. I think it can hear me, but it doesn't seem to have a desire to wake up. I think it knows that if it wakes up, the thoughts in Sidhis Finachet will also awaken. We ask if she inquires there is another way. Perhaps you could persuade her to wake up, Anna. But simply speaking words to her won't do the trick. Spirits like her don't utilize the language of humans. They express emotions through movement. You hand over Enn's letter and applicant's journals. I see. It looks here like Enn also tried to communicate with spirits. I think these pictures depict the dances of the spirits, but what to do with that information is beyond me. Perhaps someone who knows about dance would know. I'm sorry, but that's all I can say to help you. We smile and reply that it actually helped quite a lot. Thank you for the kind words. It's nice that I can be of some use despite being a spirit. For you, I'll use my spirit liquor to enable the spirit's recovery, but it's up to you to persuade her, Anna. I hope you succeed. We thank her and depart. So then we turn back to the bard camp to ask about any forms of dance with Ayla. Welcome, Anna. You seem quite busy lately, but everybody needs time to let loose once in a while. Come dance with me when you have a moment to spare. You explained all that happened to Ayla. My goodness. I had no idea what that was happening. So you want to learn the dance detailed here so that you can talk to that spirit, right? I'll help you in any way I can. Who says the old traditions are irrelevant? You show Ayla the journals by Apkan. I see. Ayla mimes with her hands and feet while she reads the journal. Phew. Anna, I'm sorry, but imitating this dance with the body of a human-like body, that is. Well, I must admit, it's difficult. I tried my best, but the anatomy of the spirits depicted in these journals is just too exotic. Excuse me. But here's an idea. I can teach you the very fundamentals of dance itself. If you master some basic steps, you'll have a fine foundation for any dance. You don't even need to follow a set structure. The best dancing happens when you express your emotions with complete honesty. Let your passions flow from your hearts to the tip of your fingers and toes. First, position your hands and feet like this. Give it a try, Anna. Feel it course through your veins. Give it a try like Alia said. You perform some dance moves under Ayla's instruction. At that moment, a breeze whistles the wind chimes. Oh my, what a lovely sound. Try that again, Anna. We proceed with another attempt. You do the moves again. The gentle clinking of wind chimes emit a pure tone. Anna, you have a natural groove. Watching you makes me understand what you're feeling, Anna. Keep it up. I'm positive that your intentions will be clearly communicated to the spirit, Anna. May good luck waltz with you. With that bolt of confidence and encouragement, we proceed to the lake, to the spot where Enn used to be. We try talking with Enn in the mission. We perform the dance of death. You don't feel in control of your body. You made a misstep in the dance. We attempt again. Get the hang of it. You might get it perfect on the next try, however. You were so close, but you still didn't nail the moves. What the? Feelings of frustration start welling up. But then, we acquire it. You've succeeded. She couldn't help but to reciprocate what we were trying to tell her through the dance. You give Enn's wind chimes back to Enn. Hello, Anna. I didn't think I'd ever see you again. We tell her that it is great to see her. It's good to see you as well. I really missed you. Enn has returned. Ask Enn about the state of Sidhe Finachet and the Song of Grief. It's stabilized. I can sense that the Song of Grief has calmed. We don't have long, but Sidhe Finachet won't be collapsing for now. We implied to tell her that we will go and defeat the Song of Grief now. But just because it's been weakened doesn't mean it isn't still dangerous. We'll be okay. We're not. Anna, thank you for retrieving my memories and giving me the strength to make it this far. I know all I can do is watch, but I promise to be waiting for you here. We inquire to confront the terrible being. Implementing arts that are, of course, originated and specialized by Enn herself, the bard. We attack with ferocious ferocity. I'm going to interact with the music box. There's something caught in the gears of the music box. That must be why it stopped playing. It's a piece of a glowing cube. We pull the cube out. Darkness envelops everything. Someone's voice can be heard. Oh, what a surprise. I thought I heard a mad explosion, but no, it was just you. Was the attempt to contain the music box power inside an object a failure. I wonder how we can keep it stable. Perhaps we need a more stable medium, like a gem. What's your name, anyway? I feel like I've met you before. My name is Enn. My name is Enn. Are you mocking me? Are you mocking me? Perhaps talking is not your forte. How about this? Can you sing? The rubbed woman pulls out a lute and starts playing. This dance. I think I know who you are now. The gentle wind by my side when I was alone. That was you. It really was you, right there with me. I know why the music box stopped. It reacted to the last emotion I felt. The emotion was longing. We asked Enn how she feels. This will quell the song of grief for now. Thank you so much, Anna. I don't think the sadness will ever fade away completely. I feel a sharp pain whenever I think of Anne. But I will just have to remember that the good memories outnumber the bad. That's good. Those memories are part of me again because of you, Anna. By the way, Enn hands something to you. This is called an echo stone. It's something that Enn was researching. The ancient music box may yet be lost inside Sidhe Finachade, but its melodies can be stored in the echo stone temporarily. Once I had my final memory again, I recalled that I still had this. I hope it's helpful to you, Anna. Enn looks like she had a question. Ask if she has something to say. Will I see you again, Anna? We promised that we're still here. Okay. I bid you farewell. I bid you well, Anna. I'll be waiting here, always. A great deal of many echo stones. We're looking upon the stones. In an insatiable awe of curiosity, as the Echo Stones describes, each originating with a color of their own. A deep red, blue, yellow, silver, or black gem that shines like a burning flame. Perhaps a description is in order for it. A deep red gem that shines like a burning flame. A deep blue gem that with all shades of the endless sky. A shining yellow gem with the color of fine sand. A beautiful silver gem that glitters like a star. And a deep black gem, so dark that looking at it is like looking into an unknowable chasm. The all are pieces of the ancient music box, resonating with a musical spell that stores power. It was discovered and developed by the bard Enn, which she was researching forbidden oral magic. Excuse me. This many particular gems seem to contain a power related to one factor or another, and it appears to increase the effects of other echo stones as well. If it is used to activate the ancient music box, henceforth hidden powers may be revealed. So in such a case, I would be hard-pressed to believe that this is a situation that would involve us in changing the channel. We can make some space. There we go. What now, I wonder? We asking what's on her mind, of course, in this situation. She responds, "Even if my inner lament never goes away, I'm glad that I won't forget you, Anna." The people at the bot camp seem to enjoy themselves quite a bit. Ayla came by and danced with me. It was a lot of fun. I'd like for all three of us to dance together sometime, Anna. That would be very nice. Anna, of course, agrees with this. So what now? One moment. Let's see. Oh. So it appears that is pretty much the end. Very nice. So that of course concludes the matter revolving around Enn and our influence in helping her resolve a situation that was of course plaguing her at this time. So with that in mind, so too does present peace of mind comes towards Enn herself. So with that being said, I would say so that which ends the tale of Memento. Thank you guys for sticking around and watching, watchers, observers, and spirits. Here's to hoping that that your quite inclined and moved by this tale, brought in by Enn herself. This is, of course, your host, Omnika. I'm off to have some primary sustenance and continue aiding Anna in her onset training towards acquiring the skills necessary for her travels furthermore from Anna. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the story, content, and broadcast thus far, please feel free to hit subscribe here upon the YouTube platform, and leave a like if you enjoyed the content whatsoever for so far. This will also establish a primary means as a foundation for incurring further information towards many additional individuals who reside within Erinn itself to provide assistance for additional lore in such a case. And for any additional inquiries or broadcasts being featured, please feel free to check out my YouTube channel. That is, of course, under the same name, Omnika Animask. So, with that in mind, what will be established later on today, we'll be delving into the animus to witness more of Ezio's tale in Assassin's Creed. So, with that in mind, I'd have to say thank you all for watching. Here's to hoping that you guys have a good and a wonderful day. And hoping that you, of course, look forward to witnessing the broadcast of Ezio's tale coming up later on today, for certain. Sorry, go better say that was a bit too loud. But yeah, this is your host, Omnika, bringing you a matane. Till this afternoon, guys. Look forward to it.